Welcome to The Explainer. Today we're going to decode a symbol that many of us recognize, but honestly, few of us truly understand. It's a message that's thousands of years old, woven right into the fabric, hidden in plain sight.
Of course you have. It's got to be one of the most recognizable flags on the planet. You know the one. The blue Star of David, that crisp white background, and those two blue stripes. Simple, clean, totally memorable.
And yeah, I mean that literally. See, this flag isn't just a design. It's actually a sentence. It's a story. Think of it like a compressed narrative with its own hidden language. And today, we're going to learn how to read it together. All right, part 1, the priestly colors. Let's dive right in and start with the most basic elements, the colors themselves. Now, you might think they're political, right? But their origin is way, way older than that. It's actually priestly. So where do these colors come from? Well, the foundation is right here, from a command in the Torah. The Israelites were told to make tassels and put a specific cord of blue, called teklet in Hebrew, on each corner. And why? So that they would remember and do all of God's commandments. It was meant to be a constant physical reminder.
And this is where it gets really, really cool. The flag is designed to look like a giant prayer shawl, what's known as a talit. So it's not just a banner to wave, it's like the entire nation is symbolically wrapped in this spiritual garment. How amazing is that?
So let's break down what these colors mean together. The white represents purity, or righteousness, basically God's holiness covering the people. And that special blue, the tekhelet, represents heaven, or the throne of God, serving as a reminder to obey his law. It's this beautiful idea of a nation wrapped in a garment of remembrance and holiness. Okay, let's peel back another layer. Part 2, Mordecai, the living flag. Because this symbolism we're talking about, it isn't just some abstract idea. It was actually brought to life in a huge, dramatic historical moment. It was embodied by a single person. You see, the key to this flag isn't just a law written down in a scroll. These colors carry the weight of a powerful story, a story of crisis and, frankly, unbelievable deliverance. And the key to unlocking that story isn't a what, it's a who. That's right, it's a person. The real emotional heart of this flag is a man who literally became a living, walking symbol of these exact colors. And here he is. This is from the book of Esther. After the Jewish people were saved from a plot that was meant to wipe them out completely, their hero, Mordecai, is brought out in front of everyone. And guess what he's wearing? Royal apparel of blue and white, the exact colors. It's an incredible moment.
And this is the moment that seals it all. You have Haman, the guy who wanted to destroy the Jews, being executed. And then you have Mordecai, the one who saved them, being publicly honored and exalted. So those colors, blue and white, became forever linked with national survival. They became a symbol of being delivered from death and restored to honor.
Okay, part 3, decoding the stripes and shield. So now we've got the core story behind the colors. Let's look at the other symbols on the flag and see how they complete this puzzle, how they build on this amazing story of covenant and deliverance. So, what about those two blue stripes? Well, they aren't just there to look good or frame the star. Nope, they're a direct visual nod to the stripes on a talit, that prayer shawl we talked about. They represent a framework of God's authority. And the symbolism here is just so beautifully simple. The upper stripe, that's God's rule from heaven. The lower stripe, that's God's rule right here on earth. It's basically a visual version of the prayer, "Your will be done on earth as it is in heaven." Pretty profound, right? And that brings us to the centerpiece, the Star of David. But here's the thing, its original Hebrew name is Magen David, which actually translates to the Shield of David. And that simple translation changes everything. It shifts the meaning from just a political symbol to a deeply spiritual one. And where does this idea come from? It's right here in the Psalms. "But you, O Lord, are a shield about me." The Magen David, the shield, is a powerful declaration that the nation's real, true protection doesn't come from its armies or its weapons, but from God himself. All right, part 4, a message woven in fabric. So let's put it all together. We have the priestly colors, the prayer shawl design, the incredible story of Mordecai, and the shield of David. When you weave all of those ancient symbols together, what sentence does the flag actually write? Okay, let's look at the full message, piece by piece. The white cloth stands for a consecrated people. The blue threads, they're bound to God's law. The prayer shawl pattern shows a nation in covenant prayer. The Mordecai colors symbolize being delivered from genocide. And finally, the shield of David means being protected by God. See how it all builds? And there it is. That's the sentence. That's the full message woven into the flag. It's a statement of identity, of history, of faith, all declared in a single piece of fabric. A purified people remembered by covenant, preserved by God, and restored after destruction. Wow. So what's absolutely fascinating is that when the modern state of Israel was founded, they didn't have to invent some new symbol out of thin air. They just reached back thousands of years and raised a banner that already told their entire story. It's a compressed Bible narrative woven into fabric. The priestly garments, the colors of deliverance, the shield of God, it was all there. It really makes you think, doesn't it? The story of this one flag shows how deep layers of meaning can be hiding right there in plain sight. So I guess the question I want to leave you with is this. What other modern symbols are out there that carry an ancient message we've just forgotten how to read?